Okay, so we are now on the quarter 3, week 6 of our discussion, and the topic has two lessons. The first lesson is Similarity Figures, and the other one is Similarity Triangles. So let's have first the figures. So, by the way, let's recall first what we have discussed last week, no? So, find the missing term in the proportion. So, number 1, 3 is to 2 as x is to 14. So, you just have to multiply the means and also multiply the extremes. So, 2x is equal to 3 times 14. That would be the means, 2x. And the extremes are 3 and 14. So 2x is equal to 3 times 4. Then simplifying, 2x is equal to 42. And 42 divided by 2 is 21. And that is the value of x. How about on this given? X over 27 is equal to 5 over 45. So we can multiply it by the means and extremes, product law. No? 45 times x, 45x is equal to 27 times 5. 27 times 5 is 135. Divide both sides by 45. That would be 3. And next for number 3, y over 24 is equal to 6 over y. Can we multiply or use the means extremes product law? Yes, definitely. We can use the means extremes product law because they are having the same variable. So, y and y, no? So, kahit dalawa yung given natin na variable, as long as they are the same, we can multiply them. Or even they are not the same, okay? So, y over 24 is equal to 6 over y. So, y times y is y squared. 24 times 6 is 144. And in order for us to get the value of y, we just have to extract the given by its square root. So, extracting square root tayo dito. So, if we extract the square root, it will become y is equal to, what is the square root of 144? 12. Very good. So, let's explain the difference between congruence and similar figures. Let's have first the congruent figures. Congruent figures have exactly the same size and shape. When two figures are congruent, you can slide or turn so that it fits exactly on the other one. For example, this oblong. So, pag in-slide natin siya or pag kinapin natin siya, it will be the same as it is, no? Same as with the rectangle, kapag in-slide natin siya pataas or patayo or in-slide natin pataas, no? It will become the same as it is. Same as with this triangle. Yung triangle nakaturo siya sa kaliwa and then finlip or tinurn mo to the right, it will be the same as it is. And that is the definition of congruent figures. How about similar figures? So similar figures have the same shape but not necessarily the same size. Look at this picture, this cute little muning, no? This cat. So they are the same in shape, but they are not the same in size because this picture is much larger than this one. And this picture is much smaller than this one. Okay? So they are all cute. No. They are all having the same shape, but they are different in size. And that is what similar figure has. So this one is an example of congruent or similar figure. Okay, figure number 1 and figure number 2. Of course, as you can see, no, hindi sila parehas ng sukat. So therefore, they are not congruent. They are much alike, similar. So figures are similar if number 1, corresponding angles are congruent, and number 2, corresponding sides are proportional. The ratio of the lengths of the corresponding sides is called similarity ratio or scale factor. So we will discuss this later on. So this example, triangle FRI is what? What kind of symbol is this kaya? That is similar. So triangle FRI is similar to triangle DAY. So number 1, let's find letter A, the similarity ratio. Letter B, the measure of angle R. and letter C, Ri. So, we have here the solution for all the numbers. Yan, lahat yan. So, number 1, for letter A, since FR and DA are corresponding sides, the similarity ratio is FR over DA. Ito po yun, FR. Yan. So, similar in sides daw po sila ni DA. So, kaya ang naging similarity ratio niya ay FR over DA. Tatandaan yan, ha? Yan. And then, let's have the value. So, FR is 4 and DA is 6. And pag nilowest term natin siya, this will become 2/3. Okay, so we got number 1, letter A. How about letter B? Letter B, angle R corresponds to angle A. So, therefore, the measure of angle R is equal to the measure of angle A. So, ito po yun. Yan. Angle A is corresponding to the angle R. So, they are both right angles. So, their measures are 90 degrees. Of course, if you have seen this kind of corner, of course, this one is a 90 degree. So, ibig sabihin, right corner na to, 90 degrees. So, that is for letter B. How about letter C? Write a proportion to solve for Ri. Kasi, ang nawawala daw po ay Ri, which is yung side. So, how are we going to get the value of Ri if we have this kind of given? So, gamitin natin yung mga given na yan. So, FR over DA, katulad ng kanina, is equal to RI over AY. So, gagamit tayo ulit ng panibago. FR tsaka DA. Then, yung nawawala, which is yung RI, ano ba yung similar sa kanya sa kabilang triangle? That is AY. Okay? Kaya ang naging solution natin dyan is FR over DA is equal to RI over AY, which is having the value of 4 over 6 is equal to Ri over 9. So, by cross multiplication, this will become 9 times 4 is 36 and 6 times Ri is 6 Ri. Then, divide natin sila both sides by 6. So, therefore, Ri is equal to 6. So, the value of Ri here is 6. Number 2 question. Find the perimeter of FRI. Number 2 pala, find dy and the measure of angle D. dy, ito yon. Yan. Yung mahabang legs. Yung pinakamahaba. Therefore, hanapin natin siya. Write a proportion to solve for dy. Ayan ulit. FR over dA is equal to Fi over dy. Ayan. FR tsaka dA, then Fi, since may value tayo dyan, yung nawawala is yung kay dy. So, 4 over 6 is equal to 8 over dy. Then, cross-multiply ulit natin or means extremes product law. So, that would be 4 dy is equal to 48. dy is equal to 12. 48, diba? Divide natin siya by 4. The answer is 12. Another one, question, the measure of angle D. If they are similar, if angle R is 90 and angle A is 90 also, what would be the value of angle D? If we have here the value of Y as 40. So you have two options on how are you going to solve or to get the value of the angle D. Number 1, since angle F corresponds to angle D, so the measure of angle F is equal to the measure of angle D. Therefore, if the measure of angle F is 50, the measure of angle D is also 50. Yun po yun. Itong F ay 50, malamang ang D daw po natin ay 50. Or the other one, the other solution that you can use is to add the two angles, then subtract it by 180. Bakit sa 180? Because the measure of a triangle is 180. So 90 plus 40 is 130. 180 minus 130 is 50. Same answer lang po, no? I just have given you another solution on how to get the answer. Number 3, find the perimeter of triangle FRI and DAY. So FRI tsaka DAY. So we have completed the sides. So this one is 6. Lagay natin. The given side here is 6 and this is 12. Okay. So if that is the given, what will be the perimeter? Anyway, what would be or what is the meaning of perimeter? Perimeter is the sum of all the sides, no? So kapag tinanong kayo, what is the perimeter of the square, the rectangle, ibibigay nyo lang yung sum ng mga sides. So if ang sum lang pala ang hinahanap ng perimeter, so this will become 4 plus 6 plus 8. Okay, so that would be 18. And 6 plus 9 plus 12 is 27. Ayan po yun. Ayan. And the ratio of the perimeter of the two triangles, perimeter of triangle FRI over perimeter of DAY, dahil nga ratio yung hinahanap natin, that would be 18 over 27 or 2/3. Okay? Next, compare your answer to part C to the similarity ratio. The answer in part C is 2/3. And what is the answer in similarity ratio? 2/3 as well. Okay? So, if you compare that, the similarity ratio of the two triangles is equal with the ratio of their perimeter. And lastly, the question, what can you conclude about the ratio of the perimeter of similar figures? This is an opinionated question. So therefore, it is on your own on how are you going to conclude the difference about the ratio of the perimeter of similar figures. So we're done with similar figures. So let's begin with similarity triangles. So let's explain that the AAA similarity postulate or the angle similarity postulate. If the three angles of one triangle are congruent to three angles of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. So RST and LPM ang dalawa nating given na triangle. If angle S daw po is congruent to angle P and angle R is congruent to angle L, then angle T is congruent daw po to angle M, then the triangle RST is similar to triangle LPM. Ibig sabihin lang po nito, kapag yung tatlong angle ay magkakaparehas sa another triangle, the two triangles are similar. AA similarity theorem, ibig sabihin dalawa. Okay? AA means angle. Two triangles are similar if two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of another triangle. So if angle S is congruent to angle P and angle R is congruent to angle L, ayan po yun, PS, then LR. Then the triangle RST is similar to triangle LPM. So tandaan lang po, pag tatlo ang congruent angle sa parehas na triangle, similar po sila. Kapag dalawa, similar pa rin po. So let's look at this given example. Number 1, determine if each pair of triangles are similar. Give the similarity statement. So we have here ABC. For letter A, let's look if it is similar or not. Are they similar? Yes. Kitang-kita naman po. 25 and 105. 25 and 105. Magtataka ka pa ba? Ang sabi kanina, if two angles are congruent, then we can say that the two triangles are similar. How about letter B? On the given, meron tayong isa na congruent angle. How about the other angles? Or letter B, given, is it similar or not? This one is similar. Bakit? Kasi nag-intersect yung dalawang line. Okay? If in this case, meron tayong nabuong vertical angles, which is yung DCA, tsaka BCA rather, tsaka ECD. Okay, so these two angles are congruent. So, ibig sabihin, ilan na yung congruent angles sa kanila? Dalawa. Therefore, they are congruent. I mean, similar. Letter C. So, meron tayong given na 35, 35, and may 90, tsaka may 90. Therefore, similar. Similar pa rin po sila kasi dalawa yung given na angle congruent. SAS or side angle side. Triangles are similar if an angle of one triangle is congruent to an angle of another triangle and the corresponding sides including those angles are in proportion. Look at this example. Ito po yun. ABC and QRS. Okay? If AB over QR is equal to AC over QS and angle A is congruent to angle Q. Therefore, the triangle ABC is similar to triangle QRS. Tandaan lang po, para congruent sila by side angle side, therefore, the two triangles are similar. Another one, SSS theorem or side. Two triangles are similar if the corresponding sides of two triangles are in proportion. If AB over QR is equal to AC over QS is equal to BC over RS, yan po yun, galing yan dyan. So, ito yon. Halimbawa, AB tapos QR. Sila yung pagsasamahin mo sa ratio, ha? Kasi sila yung dapat na magkasama. And also, they are congruent, no? Then, triangle ABC is similar to triangle QRS. So, let's have an example. On this given, number 1, look at the given example. CAT and DOG. Oh, given niya 669. How about this one? 8812. Are the triangles similar? The answer is yes, they are similar. Triangle CAT and is similar to triangle DOG by SSS Similarity Theorem. Look at this. Oh, yan. Tatlong side. Tignan mo, 6, 6, 9. Tama naman, di ba? O, 996. Pabaligtad kasi. Ayan, 6 nga siya. So, the corresponding sides are in proportion. AT over OG is equal to AC over OD is equal to CT over DG. In substitution, 9 over 12 is equal to 6 over 8 is equal to 6 over 8, or the scale factor is 3/4. Bakit? Kasi the lowest term of the 3 is 3/4. So the scale factor is 3/4 and they are similar. How about the other one? Ito yung katulad nung example natin kanina. So this is 14 and this is 7. This is 9 and this is 18 and they are congruent. So saan naglalay yan? Sa SAS. Similar po sila. Triangle SAT is similar to triangle LAP by SAS Similarity Theorem. Two corresponding sides are in proportion. SA over PA is equal to TA over LA, wherein kapag sinubstitute natin yung mga given values nila, ito po yun, SA tsaka PA, then LA tsaka TA. 14 over 7 is equal to 18 over 9 is equal to 2 over 1. So 2 over 1 as the scale factor. Next, and the included angles are also congruent. Triangle SAT and LAP are congruent. Ito po yun, SAT and LAP. So yan dalawang angle na yan na nabuo, which is the vertical angle, are congruent. How about number 3 example? Meron siyang ON lang, hindi siya OL. Kasi kung OL yan, hanggang dito yon. So, ON is 4, KL is 5, and LM is 10. What do you think? Is it similar or not similar? No, it is not similar because of incomplete information to prove that the triangles are similar. So, isa lang yung angle na pinakita dito, then hindi naman buo yung mga sides. Therefore, we cannot tell if it is a similar or not. Or, we can say, rather, that this one is not similar. So, example pa ulit, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DBE. Find the length of DE. Ito yung nahanap. So, corresponding sides proportion AB is over EB, yan, and is equal to CB over DB is equal to AC over DE. Substituting the given to the given solution, 12 over 18 is equal to 16 over 24 is equal to 10 over DE. Wherein, pag nilowest term natin, 2/3 is equal to 2/3 is equal to 10 over DE. Wherein the scale factor is 2/3. So, you just have to get 2/3. Kahit di mo nakunin yung isa pang 2/3 kasi 2/3 din naman siya. Solve for DE using the scale factor. 2/3 is equal to 10 DE. By cross multiplication or means extremes product law, 2DE is equal to 10 times 30. And 10 times 30 is 300 divided by 10 times 3, rather, wala siyang 0 dito ha. Dapat wala yan. So, 10 times 3 is 30 divided by 2, that is 15. Okay, so therefore, the value of DE is 15. Next question. Find the measure of angle E if the measure of angle C is 49 and the measure of angle ABC is 39. So, dito tayo. This one daw is 39. Lagyan natin ng sulat. This one daw is 39. And this is 49. ABC. ABC is 49. degrees po yan. Ayan. Tama? Angle C. Ayan. Angle C daw po is 39 degrees and angle ABC is 49 degrees. What is the measure of angle E? Ayan. E yung nawawala. So, if they are vertical angles and they are congruent, we can say that this one is also 49. And angle C is a corresponding angle of angle D. So therefore, if that is 39, this one is also 39 degrees. O, di meron ka ng dalawang angles. So what you are going to do is to add them and then subtract it by 180. So this is the solution. Measure of angle E is equal to measure of angle D plus measure of angle DBE is equal to 180. So, 49 plus 39 is equal to 180. Transpose natin yung dalawa. It will become angle E is equal to 180 minus 49 plus 39. So, therefore, the answer is 92 degrees. Okay? Next is right triangles. So, sa right triangles, meron tayong tinatawag na hypotenuse, wherein hypotenuse is the longest leg or the opposite of the right angle, which is here, the right angle, yung opposite niya is the hypotenuse. Ayan. And they are having two legs. So, right triangle similarity theorem. So, right triangle similarity theorem, if the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse of a right triangle, then the two triangles formed are similar to the original triangle to each other. So, this is the illustration. So, ito yung right triangle. Triangle BED is a right triangle. BED. Where BED as the right angle, ito yon yung right angle natin, and BD is the hypotenuse. Okay? EX is an altitude. So, yung EX daw po, ito yung altitude or yung height. to the hypotenuse of triangle BED. Prove that triangle BED is similar to triangle EXD and triangle BXE. So, they are similar naman po. And we don't have enough time to prove, but it is written on your modules. You can read the proof or proof if you want. Nandyan yan sa mga modules ninyo. Special properties of right triangles. Corollary number 1. When the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse of a right triangle, the length of the altitude is the geometric mean between the segments of the hypotenuse. Therefore, for example, ito, right triangle ABC and CD is the altitude to the hypotenuse. Therefore, AD over CD is equal to CD over DB. Wherein, ito yun, no? AD over CD is congruent or is equal to CD, ito pala, over DB. Number 2 corollary, when the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse of a right triangle, the length of each leg is the geometric mean between the hypotenuse and the segment of the hypotenuse that is adjacent to the leg. So, ganun pa rin po. ABC and CD is the altitude. AB over AC. AB over AC is equal to AC over AD. Another one, AB over CB is equal to CB over DB. Okay? So, this one is the example. Let's find the value of x and y. For x, use corollary number 2. Okay? So, ito yun. AB over AC is equal to AC over AD. So, AC, AB pala, AB, ito yung A, ito yung B. Okay, let's say that this one is ABC. ABC, tapos ito yung D. Okay? So, 4 plus 5 over x, which is yung AC. Ayan. AB is 4 plus 5. AC is x. Then, it's equal to x over 4, which is AC over AD. Yan. So, nagamit natin yan. Then, multiplying across, no? 4 plus 5 times 4, which is 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 times 4. Then, x times x. X squared is equal to 36. And extract by square root, then the answer is 36. So, by extracting square root again, x is equal now to 6. Because the square root of 36 is 6. So, the value of x is 6. Next, for letter y, let's use the corollary number 1. So, 4 over y or AD over CD is equal to CD over BD. Okay, so ganun din po, cross-multiply natin. Y times y is y squared. 4 times 5 is 20. Then, extract natin sila. This will become 20. And 20 is not a perfect square. Therefore, we just have to make it in a simple form, in simplest form. Therefore, the factor of 20 that has perfect square is 4 times 5. Okay? And the square root of 4 is 2. And mareremain yung 5 sa loob. So, therefore, the answer is 2 square root of 5. So, let's explain the special right triangles. So, there are two types of special right triangles. The first one is the isosceles right triangle, which is 45, 45, 90. And the last is 30, 60, 90 triangle. So, ito po yung itsura ng 45, 45, 90. Bakit siya tinawag na 45, 45, 90? Kasi kapag may isang 45 na, obviously, the other angle is 45 na rin. Kasi when you add them, minus mo sa 180, 45 pa rin ang lalabas. This one is the 30, 60, 90. There are two ways to determine whether a triangle is isosceles. The legs are congruent or one of the acute angles is 45. So, tatandaan mo lang, kapag isosceles daw siya, either the legs are congruent or may isang angle na 45 degrees. In 45, 90 degree, each leg is square root of 2 over 2 times the hypotenuse. Okay? Tanda mo yan. Ibig sabihin, yung leg is equal to square root of 2 over 2 times the hypotenuse. Leg is equal to square root of 2 over 2 times the hypotenuse. Yan. Ay, sumobra. And the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times each leg. Then the hypotenuse is equal to square root of 2 tangkada times each leg. Ang ganda ang sulat ko. Each leg. Ayan. Given the following figures, find the length of the missing sides x and y. For number 1, since it is an isosceles right triangle, how do we say so that it is a isosceles right triangle? Dahil ang angle ay 45, 45. So, therefore, for side x, ito yun, tapat siya ng hypotenuse. So, ito yung hypotenuse, no? So, if the side here is 9 and isosceles sila, ano ang value ng y? 9 din. Okay? The two legs are equal to 9. So, ang hypotenuse natin ngayon is square root of 2 times the length of one leg. The length of one leg. Therefore, square root of 2 times 9. Pero hindi mo i-multiply yung 9 sa 2 kasi nasa labas po siya. Okay? So, what you're going to do is to put the 9 before the radical sign. Okay, so the answer is 9 square root of 2. Next. Number 2 example. Given natin ay isosceles pa rin. Pero, ang given natin ngayon is yung hypotenuse. Ang nawawala yung dalawang leg. Okay, ganito po yun. Isosceles right triangle with the length of hypotenuse given. The length of one leg can be obtained by leg is equal to square root of 2 over 2 times the hypotenuse. So, square root of 2 over 2 times 2 square root of 2. Bakit yan? Kasi yun yung given na hypotenuse. Ayan. Okay? So, therefore, the answer is 2. Paano po naging 2? Simplify natin. Square root of 2 times 2 square root of 2. So, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 4. Square root ng 4 is 2. So, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. If x is 2, then y is 2. Since their legs are congruent. Kung 2 daw to, dapat ito din ay 2. Since they are congruent. Another one, hypotenuse is given which is equal to 12. Ayan. Then, isosceles pa rin po ito. Hanapin natin ngayon yung value ng legs. So, parang yung katulad lang din kanina. Square root of 2 over 2 times 12. 12 is square root of 2 over 2. Yung magiging sagot. So, simplify lang natin. 12 divided by 2, that is 6. So, therefore, the answer is 6 square root of 2. In a 30, 60, 90 right triangle theorem naman po, 30, 60, 90. Okay? The shorter leg is 1/2 the hypotenuse or square root of 3 over 3 times the longer leg. The longer leg is square root of 3 times the shorter leg. And the hypotenuse is twice the shorter leg. So, paano po natin maintindihan yun? Sabi, the shorter leg. Paano mo malalaman ngayon kung ano yung shorter leg? Kung sino po yung katapat ni 30 degrees, siya po yung shorter leg. Wherein, yung S. Okay? At kung sino yung katapat ni right angle, siya yung hypotenuse. Yung katapat naman po ni 60 is yung longer leg. Okay? Therefore, the shorter leg is 1/2 the hypotenuse. So this one half of the hypotenuse. So 1/2 of S. I mean 2S. Kung ang given mo ay 2S. 1/2 ni 2S, S. Diba? Kalahati nito, 1. Or square root of 3 times 3 times the longer leg. Kung ang given mo naman ay longer leg. Hindi yung hypotenuse. The longer leg, or itong nasa 60, tapat ng 60, is square root of 3 times the shorter leg. So, magiging S square root of 3. The hypotenuse naman daw po is twice the shorter leg. Ibig sabihin, doble nitong shorter leg, which is yung S. So, magiging 2S. Next, find the value of each variable. For number 1, itong triangle na to, we have here the 30, 60, 90. Nawawala yung mga leg. The shorter leg and the longer leg. Meron tayong hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is equal to 2 shorter leg. 2 times the shorter leg. If that's the case, hypotenuse is 8 is equal to 2x. Kasi doble daw ni hypotenuse yung shorter leg. So therefore, 8 is equal to 2x. Divide mo na lang to sa 2. So the answer is 4. So the value of x is 4. So y is equal to x square root of 3. Kasi, yun yung sabing formula kanina. The longer leg is square root of 3 times the shorter leg. So if your shorter leg is x, so this will become y is equal to x square root of 3. So since we know that the value of x is 4, you can write that on the given. So y is equal to 4 square root of 3. Another one, 30, 60, 90. Ang nawawala is yung hypotenuse tsaka yung longer leg. Ang meron ka lang yung shorter leg, which is 5. So, x is equal to 5 square root of 3. So, longer leg is equal to square root of 3 times the shorter leg. So, yung longer leg po ito, x. X is equal to shorter leg, 5 times square root of 3. Kaya naging 5 square root of 3 yung value ng x. Next, for y naman po, sabi dyan, hypotenuse is equal to 2 times the shorter leg. So, doblehin mo lang daw po yung shorter leg, which is yung 5. So, 2 times 5 is 10. And that's it for quarter 3, week 6 of the discussion.